Lots and lots.
You're spoiled for
Currently,
choice.
currently what's happening?
You're spoiled for choice. I think Lego is his all-time favorite.
Lego is
So there's a lot of Lego stuff. He loves the new set of Avenger characters in the Legos.
great. So Avengers, Lego.
Yeah.
So that's what he's probably
Yeah.
expecting from
Is it
Santa.
Avengers or DC? I'm always confused. The Batman is a DC comic thing, no?
I'm not sure. Marvel, I think.
Marvel.
Yeah.
See, I'm terrible with this. I didn't know who Iron Man was till I had a son.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I used to.
yeah. Now not so much.
It's normal to feel guilt as a mom, especially if you're working.
Absolutely.
But guilt is the worst emotion that one should go through, because it's it really works in your mind. It increases your cortisol levels, and it's really not a happy feeling. So anything that leaves you unhappy should be avoided. So I just think that in life everything happens for the best, and there is a reason. I think every mother does the best
Best they can.
that they can for their child, and they must remember that. And when we were kids, we didn't have the luxury of spending as much time with our parents because they were both working,
Right.
and they were trying to make our life better,
Right.
and we turned out great. Today I feel I spend much more time with my child, and I still feel guilty.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just feel, and I feel like this generation of parents also do so much, for their kids. And I also feel like sometimes children are not just spoiled from the sense of making them materialistic, but also that hunger that we're trying to, I feel we're just providing everything for our children, that we're killing the hunger within them, so don't feel guilt. Every day is like challenging as a mother, to make that balance between not spoiling him and not being apologetic also about having whatever we do. So it's a very thin line, and there are a lot of choices that Vian has to make, I have to make, my husband and me have constant discussions about. So it is challenging bringing up also a single child. That is also very difficult, because you're constantly looking for playdates.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in our time, I had my sister, and I just feel the biggest challenge is also living in this time of iPads and
Screen.
having the kind of exposure that kids have today with television, the kind of stuff that they are seeing on television. So monitoring is a big challenge. Making sure that very little stipulated screen time given to a child, only on holidays. So yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge.
In the child's life.
I think it's very important.
Is Vian close to his
Yes, he's close to both sides.
Yeah.
And I recently lost my father, but he was also very close to my father. You realize the value of having your parents and the values that they bring, give down to your children. And I think as someone who came from a nuclear family, when I got married, into a Punjabi family, we obviously live separately here in Mumbai, but in London we all live together. And I valued them more after I had my baby, because I realized that no one is going to think or rather care about my child more than me, than my in-laws. And I feel very blessed to have them around, and now I want them around me more, so I'm like, please come to Mumbai and spend more time with us, because when I'm working, at least I know that they are going to get quality time with my child, and while they spend that time, they say the most amazing things to them, and they're learning every day. Children are like sponges, so the stuff that we don't even think about, because we don't come from that time and age, they say those things, and kids are actually absorbing that. So that's my New Year resolution this year. that I am going to take out some me time for myself. So while this is the first time in the last 9 years that I'm not going to be in London for Christmas, it's just going to be the boys and obviously my family. We're going to meet again during the new year, but because they were not in town and I'm actually working and I had 2 days in between, I'm just going to a spa.
That's me.
Enrolling.
Nothing.
I need some me time
Nothing
now.
better than that.
Yeah, so I think it's important for every mother to take out that time for themselves. Whenever you get the opportunity, don't feel guilty. Because we're always taking out time for everyone else and everything else, but we never take out time and make or put our time in the agenda. It's always the last thing. It's always the last priority. So to all you Kiddiegrammers, make this a New Year resolution that take out time for yourselves and please share, like and subscribe.